Greetings, friends. We are embarking on a monumental conversation about the most challenging financial task in anyone's life: accumulating their first million. It doesn't matter what currency you measure this goal in, rubles, dollars, or euros. The principles remain unchanged. Only the time scale shifts. There's a famous quote by Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's right-hand man, which goes, "The first $100,000 is a bitch, but you gotta make it. I don't care what you have to do to make it. Walk, eat coupons, or work 20 hours a day. But once you get past that, then the system starts working for you." In this video, we will dissect every atom of this process. We will uncover the psychological traps, mathematical laws, and tactical maneuvers that will allow you to overcome the so-called gravity of poverty. Why is the first million the hardest? Imagine a rocket taking off from Earth. 80% of the fuel is spent just to lift off the launch pad and overcome the dense layers of the atmosphere. The same physics applies in finance. At the beginning of your journey, you have no helpers. You don't have compound interest, you don't have passive income, you don't have connections, and most likely, you don't have the right financial habits. You are fighting the inertia of your past life, inflation, and your own brain, which demands immediate gratification. Most people give up precisely at the takeoff stage, never reaching orbit where accumulation happens by inertia. Today, we will build your rocket. This video will be long because the topic of money does not tolerate haste and superficiality. If you're looking for a secret money button, turn off this video right now. But if you're ready to dedicate the next half hour to a deep dive into the architecture of your future wealth, make yourself comfortable. We begin with a foundation that lies not in your wallet, but in your head. Part 1. Neurobiology of spending and the middle class trap. Before you save your first bill, you need to understand why we spend everything we earn in the first place. It's not your fault, it's biology. Our brains evolved under conditions of scarcity. 10,000 years ago, if you found high-calorie food, the best strategy was to eat it immediately because it could be taken away tomorrow or spoil. Accumulating resources for 10 years in advance was not something nature provided for. Today, this mechanism plays a cruel trick on us. When you see a new gadget, fashionable clothes, or the opportunity for a spontaneous vacation, your limbic brain shouts, "Grab it," releasing dopamine. Financial discipline is, in essence, the struggle of the frontal lobe of the brain, responsible for planning, against ancient instincts. The social context exacerbates the situation. We live in an era of Instagram success, where poverty is considered a vice and conspicuous consumption a virtue. Here we fall into the middle class trap. How does it work? You start earning a little more. What happens next? You don't save the difference. You raise your standard of living. You move into a nicer apartment, take out a loan for a more expensive car, start dining at higher class restaurants. This is called lifestyle inflation. Your income grows linearly while your expenses grow parallel to it, sometimes even exceeding it. As a result, a person with a salary of $50,000 and a person with a salary of $300,000 often have the same amount of money at the end of the month: zero. To accumulate $1 million, you will have to commit an act of social rebellion. You will have to deliberately live below your means even when your surroundings push you to do the opposite. The main mental shift that must happen right now: stop considering what you spend as wealth. Wealth is what you have not spent. Money is not just a means of exchange for goods. Money is the preserved energy of your labor. When you buy an unnecessary item, you burn hours of your life that you will never get back.
The first million is not a pile of paper. It is a battery of your life energy that will one day allow you not to work merely for survival. If you don't learn to respect this battery, it will never charge. Part 2. Financial hygiene and the cruel truth of numbers. Let's move on to practice. The first stage of accumulation is a total audit. Most people live in a financial fog. They roughly know how much they earn, but have no idea where the money goes. Seems like it went to food, utilities, and the rest just disappeared somewhere. The first million begins with a boring, tedious spreadsheet in Excel or a phone app. You must track every penny for the last 3 months. The results will shock you. You will discover black holes, takeout coffee, subscriptions you don't use, impulse purchases on marketplaces, taxis instead of the metro. These trifles, which seem insignificant at the moment, add up to hundreds of thousands annually. This is called the latte effect, but it's not just about coffee, it's about a lack of awareness. After the audit comes the optimization stage. Don't confuse this with asceticism and living on bread and water. Optimization is cutting out the superfluous that doesn't bring true joy for the sake of a great goal. Review your communication and internet tariffs. Refinance loans if you have them. Cook food at home. It's not only cheaper but also healthier. Introduce the 24-hour rule. If you want to buy something not on your essential list, wait a day. In 80% of cases, the desire will disappear. Your task at this stage is to maximize the delta. The delta is the difference between your income and expenses. This delta is the building material for your million. If the delta is 0 or negative, no investments will help you. There are several budget management methods, but the most effective for starting is the pay yourself first method. Typically, people do this. They get their salary, pay bills, buy food, entertain themselves, and if anything is left, they save it. This is a losing strategy. The correct formula sounds different. Income minus savings equals expenses. As soon as the money hits your account, you immediately, automatically transfer a fixed percentage, say 10, 20, or 30%, to a separate account that you don't have quick access to. And only with the remaining money do you try to survive until the end of the month. This creates an artificial scarcity that forces your brain to work more efficiently and optimize spending. Debts deserve a separate mention. If you have consumer loans or high-interest credit card debts, forget about investments for now. It's mathematically impossible to get rich trying to earn 15% annually on the stock market when you're paying the bank 25% annually for an iPhone. Paying off toxic debts is the best risk-free investment you can make. Use the snowball method. List all your debts. Start paying off the smallest one early, making minimum payments on the rest. Once the small debt is closed, direct the freed-up amount to the next largest. The psychological joy of closing loans will give you the energy to move forward. Part 3. Attack on capital. Increasing income. Saving has a limit. You cannot save more than you earn. If your income is critically low, accumulating $1 million will turn into a decades-long torture. Therefore, after setting up your defense, expense control, you need to go on the offensive, increasing your income. Here, many make the mistake of looking for easy money or get-rich-quick schemes. But the truth is, your income is a direct reflection of the value you bring to the market. Want $1 million? Become a person whose skills are worth $1 million. Ask yourself, how can I increase my hourly value? There are 2 paths, extensive and intensive. Extensive, working more. Take on a side job, a second shift, drive a taxi in the evenings. This works in the short term to plug holes or accumulate initial capital, but it's a dead end. You'll quickly burn out, and time is a limited resource. The intensive path is skill enhancement. This includes learning English, mastering new software, obtaining certifications, developing soft skills, negotiation, and management. Investing in yourself at an early stage yields the highest return. A course for 50,000 rubles that allows you to increase your salary by 20,000 per month will pay for itself in 2.5 months and will generate profit for life. Don't forget the concept of scalability. If you work as a hairdresser or dentist, your income is limited by the number of clients you can take in a day. To break through the ceiling, you need to look for ways to decouple income from time. This could be creating a digital product, a blog, teaching others, or a business system where employees work. But even if you're employed, career growth is also a business project. You are the CEO of Me Inc. Your task is to sell your services to an employer for as much as possible. Learn to ask for a raise. Learn to change jobs if the market pays more. Loyalty to a company that doesn't index salaries is financial suicide. Alongside your main job, it's worth considering the concept of a side hustle, additional earnings on the side. This is not just money, it's risk diversification. If you get fired, you'll still have a trickle of income. In the age of the internet, this is easier than ever. Freelancing, tutoring, reselling items, content creation. It's important that all additional money earned this way is not spent, but goes entirely into the piggy bank for your first million. This is found money for your budget. You're used to living without it, so saving it will be painless. Part 4. The alchemy of compound interest and the magic of time. Now that we have a delta, free cash flow, we come to the most important secret of wealth. Money must make money. Accumulating $1 million simply by stashing bills under a mattress is difficult and ineffective because inflation is an invisible tax that eats away at your savings purchasing power every year. If inflation is 10% per year, your money will halve in value in 7 years. To accumulate real capital, you must outpace inflation. Here, compound interest takes the stage. Einstein, though you may not have actually said it, called it the eighth wonder of the world. The essence is simple. You earn income on invested capital, and that income also begins to generate income. At first, it seems imperceptible. The compound interest graph looks like a hockey stick. For a long time, it stays almost flat, rising slightly, and then sharply shoots upwards. The problem is that most people stop investing precisely on the flat part, not waiting for the takeoff. Let's do the math. Suppose your goal is 1 million rubles. If you save 10,000 rubles a month under the mattress, it will take you 100 months, or 8 years and 4 months. But if you invest this money at 15% annual interest, which is quite realistic in the stock market over a long horizon, you will reach $1 million much faster, in about 5.5 years. And if you continue in the same vein, the second million will come even faster, because not only your 10,000, but also that first million will be working for you. Time is your main ally. The earlier you start, the less effort you will have to put in. Starting to invest 1,000 rubles at age 20 is more profitable than starting 10,000 rubles at age 40. Part 5. Tools. Where to actually invest. The theory is clear, but where do you physically put the money? To accumulate your first million, you need a conservative and moderately aggressive strategy. Forget about trading, forex, and cryptocurrency signals on Telegram. That's a casino. Our goal is accumulation, not gambling. The first foundation is a bank deposit or a savings account. This is your safety cushion. Before investing, you must accumulate an amount equal to 3 to 6 months of your expenses. This money must be liquid, meaning accessible at any moment.
This is your insurance against job loss, illness, or car breakdown. Without a cushion, any force majeure situation will force you to dip into your investments at the most inopportune moment and lock in a loss. Once the cushion is built, we go to the stock market. For a beginner, the best tools are bonds and index funds, ETFs or unit investment funds. Bonds are when you lend money to the state, federal loan bonds, or large companies. This is more reliable than stocks and yields higher returns than deposits. Index funds are when you buy not one specific stock, but the entire market at once. By buying a unit of a fund tracking the MOEX index or S&P 500, you become a co-owner of dozens of the largest companies. You don't need to analyze financial statements or follow the news. The economy grows, and so does your capital. Statistics show that over a 10 to 15-year horizon, a passive investor in indexes outperforms 90% of professional managers. Real estate is a classic tool, but for the first million, it's typically inaccessible due to a high entry barrier, unless we're talking about garages or storage units. However, there are real estate funds that allow you to invest in square meters with small amounts, earning rental income. This is an excellent way to diversify. Gold is a controversial asset for growth, but good for preservation. It doesn't produce added value, but acts as a safe haven during crises. Keep no more than 5 to 10% of your portfolio in it. And a few words about risks. Cryptocurrency. It's fashionable, it's for the youth, it can yield 1,000% profit, or it can wipe out your account overnight. If you really want to, allocate no more than 5% of your capital to crypto. Consider that money already lost. If it grows, great. If not, it won't ruin your life. The main rule for an investor heading towards their first million, the main thing is not to lose money. Warren Buffett said, rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. At the capital formation stage, stability and regularity are more important than supernormal returns. Part 6, the psychology of a marathon runner and the dark valley. Accumulating a million is boring. This is the hardest thing you will have to accept. In movies about Wall Street, everyone screams, runs around, throws phones. In reality, successful investing is more like watching paint dry. You simply transfer a portion of your salary to a brokerage account month after month and buy the same assets. Here begins a stage called the dark valley. This is a period in the middle of the journey when the initial enthusiasm has faded and the goal is still far away. At this point, temptations will begin. The market will fall, and it inevitably will, it's its nature, and you'll see your hard-earned $300,000 turn into $250,000. Your brain will panic. Everything is lost, we need to save what's left. This is where most people lose money selling at the bottom. You must develop an icy calm. A crisis is a sale. When your favorite item is on discount in a store, you rejoice and buy more. When the stock market falls, you should do the same. You should learn to love the color red in your portfolio. Another danger is envy and comparison. You'll be saving, denying yourself extras while your friend Vasya buys a new crossover on credit and goes to Dubai. It will seem to you that you are a loser living a boring life while Vasya is the king of the world. But remember, wealth is what is not seen. You see Vasya's car, but you don't see his loan agreement and his sleepless nights due to debt. You are building the foundation of a skyscraper that is currently underground. Vasya is building a straw house on sand. When the financial wind blows, a job loss or a crisis, Vasya's house will be blown away, but your foundation will stand. Keep focus on your goal. Your only competition is with your past self. To avoid going crazy, implement a system of intermediate rewards.
Break down the path to $1 million into stages: 100,000, 300,000, 500,000. For achieving each stage, come up with a small but pleasant reward that won't destroy your budget. This will give your brain the necessary dopamine and reinforce a positive association. Financial discipline equals pleasure. Part 7. What changes after the first million? When you see the coveted 6 zeros in your account, something strange will happen. There won't be fireworks, the world won't turn upside down. But your self-perception will change. The first million is not just a sum. It's a qualifying exam for managing reality. You've proven to yourself that you can control your desires, you can plan, you can be consistent. This is a colossal boost to self-confidence. Furthermore, $1 million is entry-level fuck you money. It's an amount that allows you not to tolerate your boss's tyranny, not to fear tomorrow, to be able to take a sabbatical, or to try launching your own business. Money stops being a source of stress and becomes a tool for opportunities. With the first million, the math also changes. Earning 10% annually on 10,000 is 1,000 rubles, which won't buy you anything. Earning 10% on $1 million is 100,000. This is already a substantial amount that you can use for a vacation or to buy good equipment without touching the body of the capital. After the first million, the snowball effect kicks in. Your money starts generating new money at an astounding rate. The second million will accumulate much faster. The third, even faster. Your task is simply not to interfere with this process and not to relax, thinking you've already caught God by the beard. Conclusion: the philosophy of freedom. To summarize our extensive conversation, I want to say the following. Accumulating the first million is a process of personal transformation. You cannot become a millionaire while remaining a person with a pauper's mindset. You will have to kill the infantile consumer within yourself and give birth to a responsible creator. It's painful. It requires sacrifices. You'll have to say no to friends inviting you to the bar every Friday. You'll have to say no to marketers imposing new trends. You'll have to study when others are watching TV series. But the price you pay is negligible compared to what you receive. You are not buying things. You are buying freedom. The freedom to make decisions without looking at the price tag. The freedom to give your children the best education. The freedom to help your parents. The freedom to be the master of your own destiny. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your first step today is not just to close this video, but to open your banking app and create an account named My First Million, and transfer the first 100 rubles there, or 1,000, right now, not on Monday, not with your next paycheck. Perform this action physically. Initiate the impulse, and promise yourself that you won't stop until the goal is achieved. Thank you for spending this half hour with me. If this script was helpful, if it ignited a spark within you, share it with those you wish well. Subscribe to the channel. Here we talk about money, mindset, and freedom. Good luck with your accumulation, friends. See you at the top.